So what is next? Well, today on Trade Bait Mad Prices, we're going to be showing off a lot of the leader cards, the top 5 leader cards out there, the most expensive ones at least. And then we're going to be showing off some super combos to go with them, and then some counters and some honorable mentions on top of that. So right now, getting right into it, the most expensive leader out there, best believe it or not, are going to be promo leaders, because almost any leaders are gonna be easy to get, but right now Vegeta Baby Saiyan Power Vegeta Baby Leader is the most expensive leader out there, ranging at 2346 right now in TCG, and I believe it's one of the most expensive leader because you're not guaranteed to get this leader when you purchase it. It comes out of the draft box number 3. And when you buy this drop box, you have 1 out of 4 chance of getting this leader. So that's what I believe why the rarity of this leader is kind of high, just because you don't know if you're going to get it. All of the leaders, if you buy a box or if you buy like a special promo pack or anything like that, you're almost guaranteed to get those leaders. Or if you enter a tournament or anything like that, you're almost guaranteed to get them. You have a better chance because more people are playing them. But this one, you have to buy a product to try to get it. It's not like a lot like Janimba or anything like that, where you can kind of get the dash packs and then they kind of just flutter through, because a lot of people get those boxes just because they order product, they get those boxes. This one right here, it's like you get the draft box, but unless you buy the draft box, then you won't be able to know what's inside unless you buy it. So you can totally separate the boxes from the dash packs or the promotional packs when you buy the boxes from like standard product, but when you buy the draft box, you really don't know what's going to come inside. 1 out of 4 chances. You either get the Krillin, which is pretty good, and then you get the Goten, and then you get another card that, or the Goku as well, that doesn't really do much, and no one really plays those leaders. So right now, Vegeta Baby Same Power Vegeta Baby Leader. If you do open that draft box, right now I'm not too sure what the retail price for that box is, but if you get it, you do get 4 of them, and you get 40 Vegeta Baby Leaders. Definitely going to trade those, trade through those, because right now they're at the most it's ever been. So moving on to the next leader, we do have another promotional leader. It's going to be the Brawly. This one, you do get out of the Brawly Bring a Friend promotion. Basically, you just kind of go to your local game shop. If they are doing the promotion, you buy, I think, both of you and your friend buy 3 packs a piece, so 6 in total, and then 1 star deck a piece, so 2 star decks, so 6 packs and 2 star decks, and you guys get both. Brawly pack volume 1, and it comes with the Gogeta leader and also this Brawly leader that's going for 1875 right now. This is one of the most hyped leaders out there and the most played leader, just because it's so versatile. It kind of reminds me of SS3 and also Shenron. You can literally put this leader in any deck. He just makes the deck better in general. So SS3, if you guys haven't noticed, that's a card that was one of the most popular, that was the first popular leader out there, I guess, that almost you can play it in every deck. We had other leaders that top players played with, but it wasn't as fun. SS3, basically, you start off with 2 energy off tops, which is always a good thing, and then on its Waken side, it untaps 3 energies at the end of its turn, any 3 energies. So a lot of people just saw that as such a key component, and like it didn't really necessarily advance the deck itself, but you can kind of go all out and not have to worry, and you can kind of restand your energy and go, okay, I can defend myself like without any consequence. So a lot of people play that because they wanted that safety, they wanted that insurance. And then you got a Shenron deck where you can kind of wish out your boss card, so you'll play it, tap out all your energy, and then you'll attack them. They have like a Mafuba, or not a Mafuba, but they just KO your boss card some way, some way somehow, and you're like, okay, cool, whatever. Then you play World Peace, you bring out your boss card, and they're just like, okay, now you have 4 energy, or how am I going to stop this again? So that's why Shenron is like it's so good, because you can literally, you can put any kind of build into Shenron and things like that. So Brawly is just like that. I've seen people play it with Maidens. I've seen people play it with GT. I've seen people play it with Aggro. I've seen people play it with Chain Swap. I've seen people play it with just Mono Blue, which is really, really interesting as well. But like, I've seen people play Brawly as much with much creativity, just because it is so versatile. So going forward, we're going to go to the next card. So you get one of these Brawlies, and you also get a Gogeta leader as well. And the comparison is shocking. It's only $2 for this card, and it comes out the same exact pack. But it's called supply and demand, people. Like, this Gogeta leader, it's not bad card, but it mostly focusing on, just because it's active main, kind of focuses on just the Gogeta BR cards. So if you're playing it right now, where there's literally no Vegeta BR card, or Vegeta and Goku and uh, Gogeta and Vegeta and Goku BR cards right now, like, that's what the active main kind of focuses on. But the backside, you still get to draw one. You can still choose one of your energies and draw 2 more cards, and then you can still pay 2 energy to choose one of your opponent's battle cards. So the Awakened side, you can totally use. The front side, you just can't. So right now it's only $2, but I'm pretty sure it's going to go a little higher once that 6 drops, and you can utilize the front side a little bit more. So speaking of the other draft box that leader you can get that Krillin Stormfist Krillin. It's going right now for about $4 or $5. It's like the same thing. The draft box, you basically buy the box and you get 1 out of 4 chance. So you can either get that Vegeta Baby Saiyan leader, or you can get the Stormfist Krillin leader, or you get other 2 leaders that no one really plays with. But I do see a comeback with Stormfist Krillin. If you guys see my other videos, I do use Stormfist Krillin. I think he's a great leader just because he draws so much. He applies so much pressure. I do wish he did do 2 untaps, but if you couldn't give him 2 untaps when he awakens, at least give him that standard or that new thing where they go 1 untap and 1 draw. I know he already draws a lot, but Brawly basically does what he does, but can attack any card. This one has to attack the leader to get that take a life, draw 1. But I get it because he's blue. The blue was pretty aggressive, and it can be so versatile. But they took out Leah, the legendary flute. They also took out, or they limited it unyielding to 1, so it's kind of balancing the game. But I do think Stormfist Krillin is underrated, in my personal opinion. But a shocking leader, Khalifa. Khalifa is one of those promotional cards that did come out, I believe, out one of these ultimate boxes. But like right now, it's $5.14. It's our 2nd or 3rd most expensive leader right now. It's really shocking, but like, if you look at the active main, what it can do, once per turn, choose 1 card in your life. So it's a Self-Awakener, which is always favorable in any deck other than like Wish Leaders. Choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand, choose this card, and all of your non-black battle cards, they gain 5,000 power for a duration turn. So this is a Sensu Bean for every single card in your battle area, including your leader card. So that's why this deck, or this leader, is really good in that scenario. And then the backside is the same thing. You still have to take a life, so you're a little bit less hesitant to do it on your Awakened side. But they still get that 5k, but then you can just draw 1 from that. So, but once you awaken, then you probably won't want to use it as much unless you're trying to go for a game and try to get that push, pretty much. Alright, so moving on to also Janemba. I was just telling you guys that this is the same thing as the promotion. You buy a box, you get a dash pack, and you get I think 1 out of 6 cards they can pull from. This is just showing that how different the draft boxes to the promotional packs are. To these dash packs when you purchase actual product, just because you just know your odds, right? So it's only 73 cents for this leader, and right now it's top in tournaments. It's really competitive. It's strong. It's very, very, very heavy in the competitive scene. So, but right now it's only 73 cents, and it's kind of difficult to get per se if you're trying to pull for it, but you can definitely pick some up. And I like to carry at least 1 of these around just in case I want to go back to Janemba for like those top events, or like if I'm just split decision. Like right now, since Celebrations is coming up, and I don't know what these new cards can do and how much power it is about to come up. Like, I'm definitely probably going to be playing Janemba, or I'm going to be probably playing my Stormfist Krillin just so I can prepare for any deck. Just because I don't want to be playing, like, I want to play Spice in my deck, but I don't want to play a spicy deck and then get knocked out first round. But yeah, Janemba, definitely keep 1 around. Pick some up if you don't have any, because I do see a future where these cards will be going up. Right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a buyout anytime soon, just because there's so many listings for the card. So going into the super combos, the most expensive super combo right now is the Sideline Assist Bulma, going for $19.99. Let's see if it's a buyout right now. So yeah, there's only 3 of these right now, but they're rating it pretty high just because the red decks are getting a lot of love next set. A lot to love. Now, a lot of new negates, a lot of new support, things that can just KO battle cards for just the cost of 1 energy, things that can negate attack and then or basically decrease your energy by 1500, or excuse me, not your energy, but your attack power by 15,000 attack. So it's basically essentially taking out 2 other battle cards that potentially can, or making them susceptible to Revenge Death Ball if you're running that Vegeta Baby Leader, hence why it's so expensive right now. So yeah, red decks right now are definitely coming up. So these super combos, these new ones particularly, the new super combos, the new counters that came out with the Sparking 5 and the automatic no matter what 10,000k power that came out in Miraculous Revival, those ones are definitely going up. So you're going to be seeing a lot of those in this video. The second most expensive one is going to be the the third expensive one is going to be the Great Saiyaman Town Hero. It's for the blue super combo. It's exactly, and well, it's a little different because it has a sparking combo instead of the at 4 life combo. But blue decks are still pretty high out there, and that automatic 10k boost is what people are looking for. The second one, or I believe temporal. Here we go. The Temporal Rescue Trunks. It's going to be the second one for 1228. This one's also sparking. Works very well in like Shinron and other black decks. And then you have Full Surveillance Jocko, which right now is going for $9. This one's for the 4 life or less. They do have a sparking super combo as well. But yeah, Jocko is a little favorite right now just because of Shigesh and things like that. And then we have Defensive Stance SS Vegeta right now going for 660. It's another sparking super combo for green decks. And we also have Defensive Stance Piccolo with 4 life or less, but it's only $1.64. Just because, like, I guess in some of the green decks, they kind of just want to hold out a little bit more. There's not too many good green leaders right now. And then with next set, they're going to be bringing out the new Brawly card, a Progress card, that basically you can draw 2 cards and then send 1 card to the warp. So essentially making it a little bit more effective in that stance. So going to counter cards, we have After Image Technique for their most expensive one for 1985. Let's see if it's a buyout real quick. So we only have about 5 listings right now for around the same price, and that's because this counter has the sparking ability. It gets past Victory Strike as well, just because it gives your leader a both or any battle card, any one of your cards basically 40,000 power, and you can neg another card for 10,000 power. So essentially giving you a 50,000 bump, or you can go ahead and KO a battle card that you don't want to attack anymore, basically. So After Image is definitely a popular card because of that Sparking 5 effect. Or skill or permanent. That way you can take out 1 card from your life and you don't have to take that damage from them, especially like a Victory Strike damage, because you can use this. It doesn't negate the attack, it just gives you that bump. So Dimension Magic is also up there for $18. This one's really good just because you get that sparking ability as well, and you can do that untap too, basically putting your blue energy back to active. This only works for a blue leader, obviously, and it only works for blue energy. But in that situation, you can open up to a Mafuba, and then you can Mafuba the next attack. So that's why these combinations really work well. The third one is going to be Time Magic 1725. This one is a stopper just like Mafuba, but for the price of 1, it can stop any dual attacker, triple attacker, anything like that. This is why it's so good, just because when your opponent attacks, you can negate it, and then you choose one of their battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier as well, so it gets past barrier, and it can't switch to active until the start of your next turn. So that's the best part about it. It shuts down any more attacks from that battle card. This one is for yellow leaders, obviously, so you do need a yellow leader to use this effect. For black leaders, we have Power Burst for $6.99. This one's really good, and I think it's going to be really good next set, just because there's a lot more 1-drops, because when you negate this one, it does all Sparking 5, so you can take a life for it, but when you use the negate, you can choose up to 1 black battle card from the drop, or warp, with the energy cost of 1 and add it to your hand. So I'm going to be honest with you, I never read the warp part about it. I've always just stuck to the drop area and totally skipped past the warp, because I didn't even realize that. If I knew what it was saying, I would have probably used it a lot differently, because I have been playing a lot of warp decks. Have you guys seen a lot of my Mass Saiyan? I didn't ever go toward the warp to take my 1-drops. But now that I know, next set is definitely going to be really good, because they do have another black negate card that also takes it from a card from the drop or warp as well. So they want you to be able to warp and also choose to drop and fill it up for the sparking effect. And with the new Goku cards, the Son Goku childhood cards are coming out, the black leaders are going to be really good, including things like Shenron leaders, or even like for me, I'm going to be using like Mass Saiyan as well, or some Mero decks, or even Black Mass Saiyan for that. So going to more of the counters, we have Shock and Death Ball for 550. It's for the green leaders. You can negate the attack, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and KO it. It also has that sparking ability, so this is really good for green leaders, just because they have a lot of control this time around in Miraculous Survival. And in Clash of Fates, when it came out with Preemptive Strike, they can really shut down your opponent entirely. And if you have like a large slug leader, you can eat at their hand, crit at their life, KO their cards, or not even let them touch the field at all whatsoever. So it's just dominance control and with a green leader at this point. Then for honorable mentions, we have Digging Deep Vegeta. Any kind of GT card, or not really, yeah, GT cards are going up, and also baby cards are going up. Digging Deep Vegeta for parallel foil is going to be $3.41 right now, just because of all the baby hype. And then we have Daily Training Vegeta as well, going up to $3.69. It's all that baby hype that's really getting people up there. And then for our baby card right now, it's only $8, but for this one it's $5 shipping just for that Baby Vengeance Unleashed, because this gets the combo going. So if you're playing that Vegeta Saiyan Power Baby, which is right now already the most expensive leader out there in the game, and you're playing the Baby Vengeance Unleashed as well, and you have 4 set of foils, and you're playing some of the Daily Training Vegetas or even the Digging Deep, you got over a at this point a $80 deck, at least an $80 deck, not even including if you want to do foil super combos, which are $20 a piece at this point. Like at some point you got, its deck's going to be over $150. So red decks are really going to be up there before the new set, or before the new stuff and new support that are coming out. So let's just see if it's a buyout. So it doesn't even look like it's a complete buyout yet. You got quite a few listings here. So right now that's the price of this card right now, parallel foil. You obviously can run the commons, so that's not a problem. So that's what I really like about this. It's really splicing up the meta, or not splicing up the meta, but spicing up the format. The community was really good because they're separating the casuals from the competitive scene, as in like you can still be casual, play the exact same deck as a competitive person, but you don't have to invest that much money into it like a competitive person would, because the competitive person would know, the competitive player would know that the weight changes, the draw changes from the weight of the cards. So if you have like the SPR version, or if you have the highest tier version, you get a little bit more weight. Their draws are different than for just playing all commons. So sometimes you have to play like a SR card in an all common deck, so the weight's different. It gets stacked at the bottom sometimes, it gets stacked at the top, or it gets put in your life when like when you don't want it to be. So it's a little different. But if you play all foil out deck, everything is weighted the way you would want, so your draws are more consistent, better. Now, this is not really a proven fact. This is just a theory, and just kind of like how players like to play. And also they like to do higher rarities just because they like to bling out, they like to flex their cards and things like that. So when separating out, you can play the exact same deck, but one's going to be foiled out blinging, and the other one's just going to be common, just ready here to play. And that's really good. So like, the same deck can be easily just with that leader, it can be easily what, $30-40, because the leader is pretty expensive right now, or it can be up to $150 if you want to blink it out. So that's a good like comparison with the game, where it can be. So that's what I like, that's what I encourage. So another honorable mention for our most expensive field card up there is going to be Planet M2 for the foil. This card was or probably coming back because it does give you a free 5k. And it can take out bottle cards like Borgos, Black Massane, things like that every time you swing or swag out, just because it does drop them down to 0, and once they go to 0, they don't get KO anymore, but they go straight to the drop, and that's what we're looking at right here. So that's all our most expensive leaders, our honorable mentions, our super combos, and counters right now for our decks. Definitely stay tuned for the next week. We're going to try to look at the new secret rares again. That's going to be dropping as well on Friday. And then we're going to be trying to look at, like, going forward, what we think are going to be the most expensive cards coming out the new sets, and what cards are going to be going up. And we're also going to be looking at some other promotional cards are going to be coming out as well. So thank you guys for liking or watching. Thank you for subscribing as well. If you guys like it, please do comment as well. Give me some more ideas, what things you might want to see going forward. Appreciate you guys. See you next time.